call the workshop to order. We'll start with a roll call to establish quorum.
David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Freddy Gontijo, Precinct 2.
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Rachel Cortez, County Judge, that constitutes a quorum of 5, with Commissioner Torres just came in. Mr. Soto?
Yes. Share my screen. Yes, morning, Judge, Commissioners, Dago Soto, Budget Officer for Hidalgo County. Today we have Budget Workshop number 2. The purpose of this particular workshop is to go over any net changes that happened from the first workshop. I don't want to go over the same items that we did before. This is more of a recap, a summary of the 2026 budget. You will know over the weekend we did send the detailed support that for these numbers on the net requested increases. But of course, if there's any question or concern, I'll be more than happy to answer them.
You want comments now, or?
No, I'm sorry, no. Okay, so we will begin with the general fund. What I want to explain here is showing our general fund proposed budget and how it is being funded through 4 different sources of revenue. And I felt it was important to show it in this way to understand, to get a better grip of what's funding these proposed budget amounts. So we'll start with from the left, daily operations. We're talking about the day-to-day cost of the county, salaries, supplies, utilities. So what we are projecting is to have current revenues of $344 million. Salaries, personnel, $222 million. Operating expenditures, $122 million. Also totaling $344 million to show a balanced operating budget to show current revenues will cover current day-to-day expenditures. Now, in the next column, we have assigned fund balance. We currently have a balance of $42 million. This is primarily amounts that we had set aside based on financials at the end of 2024. We plan to utilize and appropriate these beginning of 2026, and at this point we have $42 million, and to appropriate that $42 million accordingly. Most of these, that $7 million represents our current programs with IT, countywide IT initiatives, facilities management, and
Okay,
of course,
the IT initiative, or is this the Wi-Fi that we canceled?
No. Just any upgrades or across each department.
Okay.
Okay. On the restricted fund balance, we do want to appropriate upfront.
Well, the repurposed funds, what is the 15 million?
Oh, yes. So the repurposed funds will be ARPA projects that will be repurposed for another program that will, in a sense, save general fund monies, and that will be repurposed for one-time capital expenditures. And then going to the restricted fund balance, and these are the state-mandated restricted funds, scofflaw, any county court, district court fee that they collect. But we want to make sure that from the $2.5 million that we should begin the year with, we want to at least appropriate at least more than half, about $1.5 million, without distorting or doing an amendment, but we want to budget that up front. And then lastly is our unassigned fund balance. So this is what's been projected to start the year with for 2026, around $105 million. Before, on the first budget workshop, we had already gone over around the 32 million of capital expenditures that we wanted to use. The difference with this workshop was that we added a line item under contingency, which is to represent 3% of our operating budget, which is that 344 million. So that's an initiative that I wanted to implement to have as a contingency in case something happens or a new initiative happens or maybe a project that we want to take advantage of. The funds could be readily available. Again, it's contingency, so it's after the original budget is either there's not enough savings or everything accounted for. If need be, we could go ahead and use those funds. And with that, we'll have a projected ending unassigned fund balance of 63 million. I didn't note it here, but our current policy has it to where we need to maintain a balance of a minimum balance of 50 million. So with a minimum balance 50 million, this proposal will have it at 63.5 million. So that, in summary, that's a summary of the general fund budget and its sources of revenue. And again, I don't want to go over each one. These are the same as workshop number 1. But the net increase in the general fund budget related to salaries is 16 million. I guess the biggest line item here to note is the proposed COLA of 5%, which accounts for almost half of the net salary increases. The net operating increases is 12 million. As listed, appraisal fees, countywide insurance, whatnot. So that's a net increase of 12 million compared to last year. And again showing that total proposed operating budget to be 344 million.
Mr. Soto, this is all,
Yes.
Your budget does include or takes into account the action taken by the Board of Judges with respect to the juvenile department, the county auditor's office, and setting of salaries for court reporters and so forth and so on.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. And in the road and bridge, I don't believe anything has changed from the last budget workshop. The estimated revenues for this year will be...
Before we go to road and bridge, may I ask you some questions?
Yes, yes.
On the general fund? Going deeper into your data, you had 15,000 for JPs, and you brought it down to 12,000, which is a $3,000 reduction. Why was that?
Oh, yeah, good question, Judge. Yeah, so previously, that $3,000 amount was related to IT and facility management supplies, like cleaning supplies,
It doesn't
whatnot.
no
So we
longer
moved
applies.
Yes, so we moved that to the appropriate departments for it to be tracked in those departments.
Okay,
So it's not there were amounts that didn't affect their day-to-day operations, but more, janitorial or IT related. That would be.
and they're aware of it.
Yes, yes.
Okay. We just passed some EDCs precinct 3, and we're budgeting very large amounts for precinct 1 and precinct 3, which they have ESDs. Has anybody looked into that as to why we're subsidizing them when they have ESDs?
I believe it's at 0, Judge. The one that I saw Saturday was at 0. Do you show?
Okay, so you took those out?
The ESDs,
Yeah, they're out.
Okay.
Right, Tamaris?
They're there, Commissioner, there's no increase. We can-
Oh, they're the same.
Yeah, they're the same.
Why? If they pass their tax,
Precinct 3 did. No.
well, on precinct 3.
The last discussion that we had is that the district is going to be collecting revenues onto the
Why
bottom.
don't you come here so we can hear you?
sorry.
Or not
Go
can
ahead,
hear you.
The last discussion that we had, Commissioner, was that the new district is not going to be able to collect revenues until the following year.
Okay.
So we set aside the money. If it's not needed, we don't need to use it.
I would get with and whatever
Okay.
Well,
he says.
we want to help them, but I want to know what's going on because, you know, rumor has it that some of the cities are not happy with the ambulance service and they're doing something, so something's going on there.
Okay, the budget
Well, the
was
good
not
thing is we
increased,
set it aside, now we can see if we need to
Yes.
appropriate it.
and it was set aside at the same level as 2025,
Okay,
okay?
All right.
I was confused, Judge, I thought it was
No,
zero.
no, it's okay.
So as far as the budget highlights, it would show any net increases. So if it was at the same level last year, it wouldn't have appeared. Okay, any other questions regarding the general fund?
No, sir.
Okay, and this just to recap the road and bridge. Estimated revenues are 29.2 million. Last year's budget was 24.4 million. There is a net increase of 4.8 for 2026 for a budget of 29.2, which has a short surplus of 64,000. And a breakdown for that 29.2 million will be here. Estimated beginning fund balance of 6.9 million. Estimated 2026 revenues of 12. The transfer in, one-time transfer in from the general fund of 10.3 makes up 29.2 million of available resources. Less 1.1 million of other costs, and the remaining 28.1 spread out to the 4 precincts and showing the allocation amount and the dollar amount. That makes up the remaining 28.1 million. And that's my presentation for workshop number 2. By the end of the day, we will file with the county clerk. That will be able for review, and so that in a week from today, we will come back and have a motion to adopt the budget, and also it will be also the same at the same time also adopt the new property tax rate. Those will be the next steps. Is there any other question? That concludes my presentation.
So the filing of the proposed budget at the county clerk's office is for public inspection?
Correct. Yes.
And
correct.
you'll also be filing one, the same proposed budget, you'll also be dropping off a copy with the county auditor?
Yes. Correct.
All right,
correct.
thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a motion to adjourn the workshop.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.